Hello, everyone. Welcome to what in the hell are you doing? I had my radio voice going and everything. Welcome to another professional episode of Fans of Motion. You have me, the professional, Josh, along with the other professional,
the klutz,
Brent. And if you notice, we look exactly like the last episode because we're recording this intro and outro exactly right after we did the last one because we have a busy schedule the next couple weeks and we don't think we're going to have time to actually record a proper intro for it next weekend. So this episode, don't tell me your set list. So the premise, they want to know, but don't tell me. The premise behind this episode is Night Ranger really isn't able to do any shows in 2020. They come back in 2021. They do a theater tour where it's not them opening up for Sammy Hagar or anything. It's them doing basically 90 minutes of their own material. What would their set list be? And we each try to throw in a little bit of... Obviously, you got to throw in the classics. You got to throw in what people like. But can you arrange it to where you throw in some great stuff for the hardcore fans? And that's what each of us, even though Andy's not here right now for this intro, he was with us when we originally filmed it a couple weeks ago. So all three of us try to mix in our favorite, maybe not our favorite, but a deep track here and there that we think would fit. And we analyze each other's choices and make fun of each other's choices sometimes. So it's up to you to let us know, do you agree or disagree with any of our set list?
Yeah, and the hardest thing is when you have a set list of what did we do, 15 songs?
Yes.
Yeah. So when you have a set list of 15 songs and you're trying to bring in 2, 3, something's got to go.
And you got
up to us to figure out what's going to go.
And you got to keep the staples. You got to, Sister Christian. Well, listen. It's the second word. The second word in music business is business. If you don't play, if people go and because the majority of the people going to a Night Ranger concert are not the people on the Fans of Motion page. They're the people who, hey, what are we doing this weekend? Hey, you want to go see Night Ranger? Yeah, Sister Christian. What was that other song they had? Yeah, oh, damn, that's cool. Yeah, let's go. And if they don't hear those hits, they're not coming back. So there is a list, and we talk about it in the episode. There's a list of pretty much staple songs that have to be played. But there are songs that are staples in their set list that don't have to be played, and that's where we have a little fun, mixing it up and everything like that. So this episode's going to be a little bit different because we're not going to have the typical intro. Normally we talk about notes from the previous episode, but it was
great.
It was awesome. Everybody said that the singles that I chose, I basically, the gist of everything that I got was if Night Ranger had hired my 5-year-old ass in 1982 and let me pick the singles and watch cartoons all day, they would have been basically right there with U2. It might be, when people think of U2, they would probably think of Night Ranger first, and Night Ranger would be playing stadiums and stuff, but they didn't hire my 5-year-old ass, so I didn't get to choose all those great singles that they should have done. That's pretty much the feedback we got on that album.
White Castle sales went up too.
Yeah, and Night Ranger we saw just recently is working on 2 tracks called The Eighth White Castle, and then the other track I think was called Revelation 2 p.m. So both probably should be released as singles. If not, a future episode we'll have to basically say, hey, they should have released those as singles. Night Ranger news, we're not going to have anything that's different from the last episode. We're recording it the same day. Yep. Actually, we were just looking in between episodes if anything was going on with Night Ranger and Sturgis. Everything looks like they are flying there. They're going to do the show and then probably turn and burn.
The best part about this is, since we're not going to refer back to the page tonight, anybody's last name out there, you're safe. Josh mispronouncing it tonight, so we're good on that.
Listen, I'm not the one mispronouncing it. It's honestly, it's these guys' fucking grandparents. You know, blame them. They came from Germany or whatever in 1927, and they didn't know how to pronounce it. And now, all this time later, their last names are being butchered. And I'm here to tell you, as a friend, a gentleman, and a scholar, that it's shaping. So, you know, just don't hate me. I ain't the one that pronounced it wrong. What we got here? I can probably find. We got.
Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to see if any new names here. Is it? Are we sure it's Dave Nadelman?
Yeah.
Nadelman. It's Nadelman.
No.
Nadelman. Dave Nadelman.
He's not of Indian descent.
Dave Nadelman. All right. So, anything on the page? Probably not, because we just talked about it in the last episode.
But the posts are great. Everybody's doing a great job sharing the pictures of the past, of the current. You know, the one thing I have seen I will mention this, I have seen a couple of people say, oh, that's the real Night Ranger. It's Night Ranger, period.
Yeah, there's...
I didn't call anybody out on it, but I'd seen, oh, well, it's not the real Night Ranger without Jeff Watt. Yes, it is. It's Night Ranger.
At this point, honestly, I don't...
We're lucky to have what we have.
What we have, so... And there's no reason... It's 1987-ish if you're comparing who's in the bands, and I don't like them since this person left. Just enjoy what you got. And if it's not Night Ranger, then if that's what you feel, you got two options. Shut up, because we don't care what you feel. Or two, just don't be on the Night Ranger tribute page. Go form, the classic era Night Ranger page or something. I better go trademark that now, because some Yahoo will, and do that. This is just a page. You know what? Celebrate everything. And I always like the ones where it's like, well, it's not Night Ranger because all the original members weren't on that. And it's like, well, Fitz wasn't on Man in Motion. So is that, well, it's, like, really, it's just Jack. Jack's got to be on it for, to me, they could right now do an album with Brad Gillis and Jeff Watson and call it Night Ranger. I don't care. I'm happy. Just play live. Of course, I want everyone there, but you know what? If people can't stand each other, then they can't stand each other. And
anyway, yeah.
Yeah, get me on a tangent.
I know.
Motherfuckers.
Let's be short and sweet.
So what else we got? New stuff. I don't have anything new Night Ranger wise, obviously, but I did get this. It's not Night Ranger, but it is Collective Soul.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a lot of people obviously know Collective Soul from Shine.
Yeah.
But that second album that was released in 1995, and it had songs like Gel, The World I Know, December, and Where the River Flows. Really great album. And what's great about the album is all the songs that weren't on the radio are really good. And I was telling Brent beforehand, this is almost like a 90s Night Ranger band album, especially this album, because it's got ballads, it's got rock songs, it's got mid-tempo. The songs that weren't on the radio are great, and it's melodic. So, again, the album that had Shine on it, to me, is not the greatest album. It's the first album. The albums afterwards, I really lost. I didn't follow that much. Their third album was decent, but this was the second album. I think it's just called Collective Soul. It's self-titled, has that blue cover. I highly recommend it if you like stuff like Night Ranger and you want to listen like a little bit more modern. And obviously it was 10 years later, but a very good album, and it was good enough to where when they released it on vinyl for the first time, I picked it up because I enjoyed it that much.
Cool.
So there you go, a little bit of new music too. So on that note, I think we head into the 2021 Night Ranger COVID-19 free.
Don't. That's when you say we'll echo each other. Don't.
Setlist. Don't.
Tell me.
Don't.
Your setlist.
Don't. Don't.
Alrighty. So, Josh, you want to tell everybody what the topic of the day is for this episode?
The topic of the day, whichever day you are watching this, is we are doing Night Rangers set list for 2021. Oh, look at that! Look,
you got to imagine we're in a pandemic world, and we don't know what touring is going to be like anymore. So the idea Josh came up with is, let's go to the future. 2021, let's assume touring happens again. What's a realistic set list? Is that the right way to put that, Josh?
yeah. So not a set list where like they're opening up for Sammy Hagar and just playing 7 songs, because we know they're going to play what those are going to be. So this is the scenario I think we did was 15 songs.
Yes.
Just them playing a casino, a theater, like they normally would, headlining. And it's not a dream set list. It's got to be it's got to be realistic. So it's got to include, Sister Christian, all this, the big hits. And the trick is trying to plug in those songs, those deep tracks that all the fans enjoy. So it's just, basically an excuse for 3 of us to kind of BS a little bit about, the songs we like and try to create a realistic set list that it's realistic, but we would still like to see if we went and saw them in 2022.
I mean, it probably won't
2021,
happen,
whatever fucking year this is.
Yeah. But these are realistic. At least we think they're realistic. These songs could be played if they would just listen to us.
I see the pineapple. Oh my God.
It's supposed to be a secret. You're supposed to just notice it.
Oh.
He did notice it.
I did not see the pineapple. Edit that out.
All right. So are we ready to rock and roll?
I am ready to rock and roll.
Hello, Cleveland.
Hello, Cleveland. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a monster. We're each going to give it one song at a time. Go down our 15 songs. A slight explanation here and there why we think this song belongs there, and hopefully at the end of this you're still listening and you agree or disagree. You can go on the page and tell us what you think, or tell me that Andy's is the best, and we'll all be good.
It's sophisticated. It's not just about sex, but sex on a farm.
Sex sells. It would be funny if she was actually supposed to smell the glove.
What's wrong with being sexy?
None more black.
Sexist.
The great is the blank stare he gives. I'm like, what?
You're a naughty one, Saucy Jack.
Driving down the railroad track.
Boom, 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 boom.
Oh boy, we could do a whole episode on Spinal
Give
Tap.
me some money.
There's a little green guy over here.
Little GSM.
There's nothing.
It's been recorded in Dublin.
I keep folding it, and I want large white bread.
Wow. All right,
It's not your job to be as confused as Nigel.
Because we could do this all night, and
Yes, we could.
I want to.
Well, next episode.
All right, so it's 2021.
Andy, what are you opening with?
I say we're up at the Northfield Casino, which is where I last saw them. It's close enough; we can all make it there. And for me,
Blue Ash, where I last saw them.
For me, this show opens with a classic, "Touch of Madness." I love the song. I love when they open with this song, because you got the keys coming in and it's just creeping along, and then it just starts dun 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 and builds, and I think it's a great opener. That's my.
You can't. It's definitely one of the handful of songs that Night Ranger has that you could always put in to be the opener. And one thing we need to let everybody know is we actually did record this episode a month and a half ago, and we had an audio issue. So
don't look at me. Look at me.
So This is on the old recording system, so we're going to still try to act surprised when we. What? Touch of Madness! Holy shit!
Who would have ever done that?
Yeah, so
I don't remember your guys' stuff other than.
Well, I wrote.
Josh has them all.
I wrote it down.
I don't remember much of it. So other than Josh, had this idea that, well, it's going to be the anniversary of Midnight Madness, and I was like, that was never part of the agreement when we started this. He just brought it in.
Hey, you know what? You need to think logically.
Yeah.
All right. So
right.
Touch of Madness. That is definitely a realistic, logical pick. Way to go, Andrew.
One.
Yeah. I wouldn't be disappointed with that. Just like I wouldn't be disappointed with them opening with "This Boy Needs to Rock." Bring it back tonight. Want to hear it again?
I love that song, so you'll get no argument from me.
It's in and out of it's been in and out of the set list since Seven Wishes came out, so it's feasible that they could play that song again.
Definitely when they include the little Deep Purple Highway Star in the middle, which I enjoy. And they didn't play that for a long time, and they actually brought that back out right around, I think, when they started opening for Journey, right around the 2008, 2009 era. And then it's been in and out since. But I know they were opening it with it during that time period.
Yeah.
I got your guys' list. I don't know where the hell mine is. Hold on.
Josh, agree with me. This Boy Needs to Rock. That's what he picked.
Mine, well, and this is what Brent was alluding to. My philosophy is I look big picture, like, okay, how are we going to do these tours for the next 5 years? Well, you can do the 40th anniversary of Dawn Patrol and in 2022 where you play the whole album front to back. 2023 and 24, you can do the 40th anniversary of Midnight Madness, play it front to back, and same with 2025 with Seven Wishes, and do that, and then maybe lead into a farewell tour because by that time they're all going to be either in their 70s or damn near close. So my set list being 2021, the year prior to Dawn Patrol, it's not going to have a lot of Dawn Patrol stuff just because the following year my philosophy would be, okay, we're going to play the album front to back. So with that in mind, my opening track would be Seven Wishes.
Oh, yeah. I'll take that any day of the week.
It's one of those tracks where you please the hardcore fans because they don't hear it a lot. It's not on the greatest hits. It's not one of the first songs, places play. But enough non-hardcore, general public people know it because if you're seeing Night Ranger, there's a good percentage chance that you own Seven Wishes back in the day, and you know that song. So that's why I went with that one. That would be my opening track.
Great track. I love it. Great opener, too.
Drum cadence again.
Yeah. So for my song number 2, I fast forward to the modern era, and I go to Somehow, Some Way, one of the great tracks off the Don't Let Up album, and I think realistically they would play it, so that's what I would go to is you're right into that. You've got just the energy's up. Let's keep it going.
Sure, and it's a great place to sneak a new song into, too, as well.
Yep, because you got the, you got the crowd still going because
they're still there.
Yep, you just came on stage and.
Or they're also coming in at the same time. Mm-hmm. There's always some late people coming in.
I don't like those people.
I know they suck.
Grant, your number 2. Number 2.
Number 2 is. I go right from This Boy Needs to Rock to When You Close Your Eyes. I hit it early.
Wow, that is early.
It's a big hit, and my way of looking at it is you mix it up in the set list, make it a little fresher sounding, and you hit them hard opening up the show.
Yeah, and it's been done before. Live in Japan, they open up with Touch of Madness and they go right into When You Close Your Eyes. So it has been the second song in the set list before. So not uncalled or not unheard of.
Yeah.
Now my second track would be again kind of like with your thinking, Andy, where something maybe not everybody knows. But again, a song that would definitely please all the hardcore fans would be a song they haven't really played live except for the Dawn of Madness tour, would be Why Does Love Have to Change?
Love it.
It's
great song.
Just a great heavy song, and it's got that great kind of like dual guitar solo, kind of like Eddie Comes Out Tonight and Night Ranger. Those two songs, it has that going for it. And I mean, for the second song, most of Night Ranger's career, it's been Sing Me Away. And that is one of the things about that song, is it's got that guitar solo where they both play together. And you can do that with Why Does Love Have to Change? And it's heavy. You can, especially live, it's heavier live. So that would be my second track. And like I said, it pleases all the hardcore fans as well.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, I posted that little clip I had of it the other day on the page, and I wish I had the whole song. I freaked when they started playing. I'm like, oh my god! I started singing along. I was like, oh, I got to tape this.
You were at the Dawn of Madness episode show when they played that.
Yeah. Well, I saw them up. Yeah, but Sweetwater.
Yeah,
that's where they played that one.
Yeah. And they played Rumors in the Air, and then played Why Does.
It's fantastic. Yeah.
Caught you off guard.
Dawn of Madness at Sweetwater. They didn't play Dawn of Madness at Sweetwater.
No, I saw that at Northfield.
Yes.
It's Dawn of Madness.
Yeah.
They just happened to play it that night.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So, all right. So my song number 3, we're rocking. We just came off of Somehow, Some Way, and I'm going to go right back to Rumors in the Air. Just keeping that up. I love this song. The keys, the guitar, we talked to Eric about this. I just love this song, and I hope they never take it out of the set list.
It's got one of my favorite Jack Blades lines. Used to call me by my first name. Now you never even call me at all.
Call me at all.
Yeah, it's it's one of my one of the better Jack Blades lines. So
yeah, and he also calls himself out in the song. You say it, Jack. Love that.
And it's pretty much a staple of the set list throughout their career, and it's usually at the front. So
yeah. Right. You got a number 3?
Number 3 is I got to turn to the side here because this is me being my Kelly Kagi.
Oh boy.
3 comes right out of what? When you close your eyes to 1, 2.
Dun, dun.
And Sing Me Away.
Nice.
Nice impersonation, huh?
Yeah, I got what you're doing.
Get the sideway thing. And sometimes I sit and I pod for hours. Sometimes my pods are turned into days. Hey.
And
again, I love this song, so I never tire of it. But yeah,
and that is a song I'm leaving out of my set list, just because of the Dawn Patrol, anniversary the following year.
There it goes.
But that's the reason why I put in Why Does Love Have to Change, because that's a Kelly Kagi song that can fit that void, and it's it fills that void. And like I said, the following year they're going to play in my plan they would play the whole album back to back and sell all the Dawn Patrol merch and market that for all they could. Get Universal to do a damn remaster bonus disc and stuff. So
yeah, well, "Sing Me Away" is just one of those songs. Every band has those songs. You look at your buddy next to you and you go, God, they're still playing this. "Sing Me Away" is not that song. I love hearing it.
I agree. I love that song. Josh, what do you got for number 3?
Oh, I haven't gave my number 3 yet? Holy shit.
Oh.
Where am I at?
It's all right.
This Boy Needs to Rock.
So you and Brent are...
So I'm just opening kind of heavy song after heavy song, and This Boy Needs to Rock would be track number 3.
Yeah, I mean, it's up-tempo. Again, there's nothing to add to it. It's a great song, and I love it when they play it live.
Yeah. I can't argue with. I would be happy with all of our top 3 right now.
All right, so for me, number 4, I'm coming back into the modern era with a little High Road. One of the great tracks off that album, and some of the newer stuff is so good. And this is I don't want people to think that they're just a nostalgia band. They're still putting out great music, and High Road's one of them songs.
Yeah, can't disagree with that either.
It's probably one of the more catchy songs. You can get the crowd. Jack gets the crowd going with it and stuff. So.
Yeah.
Eric, we can edit Eric and telling the story right here.
Or him playing the beginning.
There you go. Put him in a
Brentry.
little box in the corner. And
What would number
just
4?
like you, I'm bringing them up to speed. They're a current band. They write current music, and it's great. Don't Let Up. Don't Let Up is my 4th song in the set list.
I love this song. I can't add to it. It's a great song.
I would be so jazzed if they just put it in any order, the set list.
Yeah.
But I figured, like we were saying, hit them early. You can usually get away with a new song in the first couple songs in the set.
Absolutely.
So,
Josh, you got to add anything? Or you got on number 4? You ready for your number 4?
My number 4 would be where I start. I've kind of done 3 great Night Ranger songs, but not hits. Heavy stuff right back to back. My number 4 would be Sentimental Street.
One of my faves.
Be one of the songs where they, where we would drag that one person that just knows Sister Christian, and they would be like, "Oh yeah, I remember that song." To where the first of many, they would start going, "Oh yeah, I remember." So, track number 4 would be "Sentimental Street." Great
song. I sound such a total fanboy, but yeah, I love that song. It's one of my favorites when they do it live. All right, so let's recap. Do our first 4. For me, my opening 4 songs are Touch of Madness, Somehow, Some Way, Rumors in the Air, and High Road. Brent?
My top 4 are starting 4. This Boy Needs to Rock.
Okay.
When You Close Your Eyes. Sing Me Away. And Don't Let Up.
Love it. Jay?
I have 7 Wishes.
Love it.
Why Does Love Have to Change? This Boy Needs to Rock, and Sentimental Street.
Yeah, I mean, it's just awesome. I have nothing.
And keep track of whose set list you agree with most, because probably what we will do is create a poll or something, and you can vote on, out of us 3, who's you think's most closely mirrors yours.
I think that'd be fun. Like maybe Josh, you could post maybe a picture of them all, or
do
a separate post for each one.
After a couple days, I'll post each set list and let them vote on it.
Sucker them in right there.
All right, so let's move on. On my set, we're at song number 5. We just came off of the High Road, and we're gonna take it back to the Tenderloin district, and we're going to talk about Eddie. And Eddie's coming out tonight. That's my number 5. Eddie's Coming Out Tonight will always be in a set list for me for Night Ranger. It's one of the, again, I'm saying this about every song, but it's one of the ones I have to hear live every time.
What was that, Eddie?
Eddie?
That's
that's Tenderloin in the Sky?
That's a little bit of a change from the original one, isn't it?
So I told you I moved a couple around. I didn't take anything out. I just moved it.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Eddie.
Brentry, you want to add to that, or you want to give me your number 5?
I love Eddie, but I felt really embarrassed when you clued me in this year that it wasn't a Tender Young Life. I've been singing Tender Young Life since 1982.
We're going to do an episode about misheard lyrics. I promise you that.
But Tender Young Life works.
It does work.
Tenderloin Life.
Well, it's the Tenderloin. What's your number 5?
My number 5?
Let's not get hung up on my loins.
Tenderloin of Madness. Touch of Madness.
Well,
yeah,
so
I went right back. Yeah, I went right back, keeping it rolling.
We're all in the same ball field. We're just at different bases at the time.
Yeah, I went about my list a little bit differently than both of you, and it may touch some nerves on both of you how I did it. I mean, Josh is already looking at it because I ain't changed shit since we did it the last time. I figured this is what I picked. This is what I'm going with.
I just changed the order.
No, I didn't do anything. Touch of Madness, sticking with it. Great song.
Yeah.
Little Carol Ann screaming at the beginning.
Yeah. Josh, you got a number 5 for us?
My number 5 would be High Road. just because it's
I'm with you.
Jack does really good crowd interaction with it, and coming out of Sentimental Street kind of brings it back up, the energy back up, and hearing that first big hit, you can kind of throw in, a newer track. So with I went with High Road.
Great. Yeah, I mean, I've already made it on my set list, so I'm with you on that one. All right, so for me, number 6, if we just come out of Eddie's Coming Out Tonight, I'm going to start coming in with some hits, bigger hits, I should say, and I'm going to go to Sentimental Street. Love the song. It's about midway through the set, or it's in the beginning, fourth of the set, so it's where I want it.
Yeah,
Brent?
I've already heard it in Josh's set list, though.
Yeah. So, Brent, what's your number 6?
My number 6 is 4 in the Morning.
Great song. Great song.
Like you.
And you got to play it.
Bringing it back to the hit right off the bat. Great song. I look at it, too, when I was actually part of my method of this was, they do play a lot of festivals and what have you, big festivals. Like the last one I saw, probably 10,000 people there. But you still have those certain people that stay for the first 8 to 10 songs and they leave.
Yeah.
So I gave up to them early. What the hell?
Sure. Josh?
Plus, I like it.
And 4 in the Morning, historically, if they are playing a shortened set, that is the one big hit that they will leave off of the. So it's like right on the cusp of what you can and can and cannot have in the set list. But it's one of those songs you can really put anywhere. I want to say that maybe back in the early 2000s they may have even opened some shows with it. I could be wrong about that, but I think I've seen set list where they may have even opened some shows with it. But I can't say for sure on that. I had to do a little bit of research on that. I don't know what my song
number
is.
6.
Mine would be the whole thing where they do the Ozzy Osbourne, Alice Cooper, and the Damn Yankees whole collage thing.
A little medley there.
I know most of us being hardcore Night Ranger fans, it's maybe not what we would prefer. Maybe we want to hear a deep track, but it goes over. There's a reason why they do it. It's because it goes over so great. So seeing Brad play Crazy Train, and then you get the cool story of Carrie Kelly, and you get to hear a little bit of Alice Cooper, and I think maybe sometimes they'll play some GNR because he played with Slash, and then you go into Damn Yankees High Enough. You can't go wrong playing a top 10 hit with High Enough, with the Brad story of Ozzy and Carrie Kelly and all that. So that would be where I would fit that into the set list.
Yeah, I'll take that. I mean, I'm one of those fans who I don't mind it, but I would rather hear another Night Ranger song because I'm just, I'm a diehard. But I get why they play it. I understand why. I just
when I take people that aren't diehard Night Ranger fans like myself, it's usually one of the points of the concert.
Yeah, the highlights.
Yeah, so
I gotcha. All right, so for me, song number 7 is I Come Back, and I'm right in the same area with you guys. I'm playing 4 in the Morning. I go from Sentimental Street right to 4 in the Morning, just hitting them with some hits. Everybody's gonna be dancing, singing. That's the memories coming back, and it's solid, great song.
And right in the middle of the set list too. Perfect place for it.
What you got, Brent, for number 7?
I went a little deeper.
Oh boy.
Well, I think I love bands when they play at least a deep track or two for the diehards. Makes me feel special. Makes Josh feel special. Especially when they play Call My Name.
Nice.
Josh and I both, I believe we agree it's probably our favorite song.
Is that your 7?
That's my 7.
Nice.
Yeah, it's probably
great song.
It's definitely, if you say favorite track, it's probably 1 or 2
exactly
up there. I just leave it off my set list again. I'm looking big picture, and we're going to tour the hell out of 40th or the 40 years of Dawn Patrol. So,
and it's realistic that they could play it.
Well,
that is Dawn Patrol. You mean Midnight Madness?
Well, I'm saying Dawn Patrol is going to be the 40th anniversary in 2022. So that's why I'm leaving a lot of Dawn Patrol off of mine.
Got you. Okay.
But it was a staple in the Night Ranger set in the classic
the
era.
Big Life tour.
Yeah, I mean
That's when it came out.
They played it, all during the Seven Wishes tour and Midnight Madness mostly. So it always was in there. And I don't know, I'll tell the story now, I'll tell it later too. I have buddies who aren't Night Ranger fans, and you play it at a bar or something. They're like, "What the fuck are you playing Night Ranger?" And I had played Call My Name, and a buddy of mine who does not like 80s music at all was like, "This song's pretty cool. Who's that?" And I said, "Night Ranger." And he was very perplexed because,
that's great.
He's always Sister Christian or
Yeah.
to him, he's still rocking America's Cheesy and stuff like that. So, I just remember that song, kind of like made him do a double take. So, but
it's a great tune.
You can't go wrong throwing that in the set.
So, Josh, what do you got at number 7?
Coming out of the whole Ozzy thing and at High Enough, I go right back into a big Night Ranger hit, When You Close Your Eyes.
Yes. Love it.
So,
nothing to argue about, nothing to really add to it. It's a great song. You have to play it, and everybody knows it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everybody knows. They remember what the one in the back seat of a Chevrolet. So I'll leave it there. For me, number 8, after 4 in the morning, I go right to Let 'Em Run. I'm going to slow it down a little bit.
Chevrolet.
I own one right now. I own 2 of them.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay, well, then now that's why he's reminiscent anyway. When you Let 'Em Run?
I go to Let 'Em Run. I'm going to bring it down for a second.
Hey.
For a minute.
In the backseat of Chevrolet.
Listen, I love Let 'Em Run. I don't think they play it enough. And it's one of them songs where, Josh, you were just talking about, you take someone who's a casual Night Ranger fan, and then they hear it and go, "Oh, wow, I forgot about this song." And I love that aspect of that song. Excuse me, I got a cough. Choked me up a little bit there.
I just really like it.
I'm just saying, I'm on Sentimental Street. The acoustic guitar, it's 12-string, makes me think of Jeff Watson.
And lyrically, it's a song that was ahead of its time.
Yeah.
So.
And Brent, WEBN used to play this, right?
Yeah, EBN used to play it as a deep cut.
It's a local Cincinnati station for us. Yeah. You would always hear, oddly, you'd hear that song like, wow, they're playing Let 'Em Run on the radio? And it was always WEBN that would play it. So anyway, Let 'Em Run. Brent, what do you got at number 8?
I would love to have that song at number 8, but I went ahead and I'm getting Sister Christian out of the way.
Wow. Okay.
The 30% of the crowd's happy because now they can beat traffic.
Yeah, now they're all leaving.
It's true, but I'm just looking at my point. I've seen Night Ranger a ton of times. I know when songs are coming up. Like I said, I'm just making it fresher.
Yeah,
plus,
no, I get it.
Plus, I'm going to talk to Eric Levy to see if he can help me out with some of these to come through. So.
Josh, what do you got at number 8?
4 in the morning. It's just one of those songs I think, you got to plug in somewhere, and you could pretty much plug it in about anywhere, so why not number 8?
Yeah, like I said, I think we're all dancing in the same area here.
Oh, we're totally all around the same area.
Yeah, too many dicks on the dance floor.
We're dancing in the dark. Kids start a fire. What about your little one falling apart? All right. I had to do that.
I like your Courtney Cox dancing going on there, too, by the way. Andy used to be like, he'd watch MTV, be like, God, look at her. I'm like, and I always say, she looks like a boy.
Yeah, but look what she became.
Yeah, look what she became, yeah.
I saw that. All right, so let's rehash where we're at. We got our song, so let's do my top 8. This is where I'm at my opening set. So I open with Touch of Madness, Somehow, Some Way, Rumors in the Air, High Road, Eddie's Coming Out Tonight, Sentimental Street, 4 in the Morning, and Let 'Em Run. Brent?
Gonna do all 8 again, huh?
Do it.
This boy needs to rock. When you close your eyes, gotta do it. Sing me away. Don't let up. Touch of Madness. 4 in the morning, or 4 a.m. as it says.
That's what I got.
Call My Name. Sister Christian. Tell me that ain't great.
It's a great set.
Come on. Vote for the middle guy.
Josh.
7 Wishes. Why does love have to change? This boy needs to rock. Sentimental Street. High Road. The Ozzy Osbourne, Alice Cooper, and High Enough collage. When You Close Your Eyes. And then 4 in the Morning.
Love it. All right, so this is my
plan. I'm disappointed with any of our shows. I'm still a happy camper in the crowd. So,
well, so here's when again a little thought behind my madness here is when I move some of the songs around, as Joshua noted. So, in my head, when they go to Let 'Em Run, everybody leaves the stage except for Kelly and Carrie. They're going to play Let 'Em Run, and then that's to be a break for the band. The rest of the band's going to come out midway through and join them for my number 9 song, Hearts Away. Don't hear it ever, I don't think. I don't know if they've ever played it live, Brent.
Yeah, they played it. They played it back on the Big Life tour. Yes, they did.
So it's just a song that I really like. I know Josh has thoughts on this song, but
he just won Emily's vote.
Well, you got to put it to the people. I'm a politician. You know what I'm saying?
I did not have.
But it's a song that I would like to hear, and I think there's about 10 people that might want to hear that song too. So hopefully we're all standing together.
It was a top 70 hit.
Hopefully we're all standing near.
I just, with that, I would say, I don't, no one's going to know it. I mean, it didn't get played in 1987, let alone 2021.
Yeah.
I think if you're going to go that deep with a deep selection, you go with something kind of heavy. You're at a live show, and you're following Let 'Em Run with a song they don't know, which is going to be followed by a song that the majority of people don't know as well. That would be my only, critique. I'd be happy. I mean,
No, you wouldn't.
Well, but when I go to a concert, I want to rock, and okay,
Yeah, but you'd be happy as hell if you caught that tambourine that Jack Blades would throw out in the crowd. Like, look at this.
Well, you got to keep in mind, I mean, they do play ballads. Night Ranger has a few ballads. I know another one. They don't need another ballad, but
one people should know.
It's a moment from my point of view. It's highlighting Kelly, because as we know, most of the Night Ranger songs. I mean, Jack's a big sings a lot of the songs, so it's a highlight of Kelly. It's a deeper cut. If I really want to go deeper on Big Life, I mean, I probably could have gone Color of Your Smile or even played Big Life, but that's just how I was feeling. So that's my defense of Hearts Away. Brent?
Okay, well, my strategy for the set list, since you did Clint, I was going to do a strategy, would be Let 'Em Run. That's where I would put it, number 9, Let 'Em Run.
Boom.
Because I figure it is one of those ones where the guys all can kind of take a break. It's an easy song, but still Jack's going to be on the stage to harmonize with Kelly.
He'll come out eventually.
Yeah, he comes out, but Let 'Em Run.
Or let Carrie harmonize.
Things about it. I want to bring it back. Bring it back,
right,
boys.
Josh?
I think with Let 'Em Run, they tend to play that more in Japan, just because I think the crowds are a little bit more polite. Like, they don't talk when the band is playing. I don't know how many of I'm sure you guys have. You go to an acoustic show, and you can barely hear because everybody's there bullshitting. And that's the one thing you got to worry about is by track.
Yes.
Well, but by track, 9 or 10, everybody's, half the people are drunk, and they're more talking to their girlfriend and other people than they are actually what's going on stage. When you got a loud guitar going, you can cover that up when it's, acoustics. So I've just always noticed that when they do break that out, it's usually in Japan where the crowd is really quiet.
Yeah,
and then
respectful.
They erupt real quick after the song's done, and then they go right back to being quiet. But my number, 9 would be. This is where I'd let Jack kind of do a little bit of his, magic, and he's like, okay, we've played songs from. How many of you guys own Dawn Patrol? Yeah. Okay.
Yay.
We had another album there. Had a big hit, 1984. Sister Christian. How many of you guys own Midnight Madness?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Andy, they're gonna play something from Midnight Madness.
There he goes. Okay. And we had another.
It's the 40th
We
anniversary.
had another album. Big album. 7 Wishes. Blah blah blah. Tells a story. Yeah. But we had a couple other great classic albums. I'm sure you guys, blah blah blah. And you guys don't mind if we play something off the title track off one of our album that came out after 7 Wishes.
I'm going to get a beer.
And they break into Big Life. Well, if they're going to go get it, yeah, they're going to not go get a beer during Hearts Away. But
no, I'm just that's what people usually do. We go play a song, like I'll take a break. If you're not playing a hit, I know.
But I think they could break into Big Life. I mean, if they can play Secret of My Success, they can play Big Life.
I 100% agree.
It's the title track. So even if you bought Big Life back in the day, you didn't listen to it enough, generally you probably listened to the first song on side 1 a lot. So it's a song that a lot of people know, and it's heavy. That might be one. Now they 1987 it up, unfortunately. But if you take out how it sounds in the studio and take out the keyboards and stuff, that's a really heavy song.
Yeah.
And you could make it heavier live. So that's where I'm coming in with that. It's a song people still may know, but it's also a track that I think we would all enjoy hearing. And they don't really ever play it much. I think they played it in a Japanese tour here in the last couple of years, and that was really about it.
What's going to be great is when you go see that concert in Pennsylvania at the drive-in, their opening band's going to be the Secret of My Success movie. When that ends, they come out.
I mean, look, I'll say this, Josh. I love Big Life, and I think you're right. It is a heavy song if you really sit and listen to it. It's got a little opening, but when it starts rocking, it's a rocking song. I wish they played it. Look, they can drop Secret of My Success any time. Yeah. Nothing against it. I don't need to hear it ever again because play Big Life, play Color of Your Smile. I mean, please play something else.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that album, in my opinion.
So I'm with you on that.
And I quote, "It makes me very happy."
Makes me happy.
All right, so
what's our top 9 now, right?
Yeah. So we're at number 10. So number 10 for me is I'm going to bring them back around after we do the little Kelly thing. We're going to come back and start rocking again with Don't Let Up. New album, new song, great album. And people and the fans and the audience need to pick it up. They need to buy it on the way out. They need to know these songs. So I'm going to force it on them.
Yeah. So even Madison's 18 now, but when that album came out, she was, 16?
Yeah.
And she loved it. Instantly loved it. I mean, so can't tell me. It's not most of the stuff I put on my kids just kind of look at me.
Yeah.
It's lyrically, melody, everything about it. It's there's no reason why that song should not have been something.
Well, it's just like I try to tell people, this is one of the few bands that are a nostalgia act. They are still putting out great music. Like I long for new Night Ranger music. Long for it. Brent, what do you got at number 10?
When we talk about that.
That sounds very familiar to me.
Anyway, 7 Wishes.
Yes.
That's a change. That's a change in your set list.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. I wrote your set list down last time.
This is a set list from the last time. It's been sitting here on top of my Gene Simmons vault since we recorded that episode.
Well, that's not the
What did I have there? Neverland?
You had Big Life. And I remember that because I chose it.
You know why? I was changing it. I mean, it's written down the way it was written down, but I probably had a feeling at that moment and changed it right then and there, like we did.
You're
with the
probably
CDs.
like, "Holy shit, Josh's set list is pretty good. I need to start copying." I want to Big Life in there too. It makes me happy.
Originally, it was going to be Neverland at number 10.
Yeah.
I went realistic and went 7 Wishes.
Yeah, because they're never going to play Neverland.
Exactly.
I wish. Josh, what do you got for number 10?
I don't know.
Neverland.
I mixed it up a little bit.
This is one maybe I'll change at spur of the moment. I had originally remember Jack doing the whole Big Life thing, and then got out of Big Life and we had another album right after that. Doing this little spiel on Man in Motion, and then I was going to have them do Reason to Be.
Right.
Which is a song I know the band likes because some of those Dawn of Madness shows, they played Reason to Be. So I don't know how, I haven't heard it live yet. So that would be one. Yeah, that's originally what I said, but maybe thinking about it more, I may change it to Don't Start Thinking I'm Alone Tonight. Oh. It's almost like the sister song to When You Close Your Eyes. It's got that same feel to it. If that song had been released a few years earlier, I think it would have been a bigger hit. And it's got that Night Ranger feel to where I think it would go over on the crowd, and it's a deep cut, and you still get the whole spiel of, giving the fans a little bit of history with Big Life and Man in Motion. So I think, I want to go with Don't Start Thinking I'm Alone Tonight, but originally it was Reason to Be. I think you could also do title track and title track, where you do Big Life and then do Man in Motion. So, but I'll do Don't Stop Thinking I'm Alone Tonight.
I think Don't Start Thinking is quietly one of the biggest fan favorites. I see it posted all the time on pages. Everybody loves this song. It might be my favorite song by them. I'd have to really think hard on it. But the sad reality is I don't think they'll ever play that live again unless they do an anniversary show. I don't think they recognize that album much. I hate it that they don't, but
they just did Reason to Be, so it gives you a little bit of hope.
I know.
Yeah, and I think the reason they did that was because obviously Dawn of Madness is diehards. Well, you saw the Dawn of Madness. Did they do the little intermission thing when they play?
Yeah, they took a couple minutes and came back out.
But didn't they play a little acoustic set when you saw them? Of songs that weren't on either album?
He was probably laying in a pile of puke that wasn't his.
Listen, I'll be honest, that show, I had a drunk asshole next to me the entire show.
He was so pissed calling me about it.
For the record, I'm not a drinker, so those of you that are, nothing personal. But why you got to get so drunk and feel you need to bump into me the entire show? I just want to punch you right in the face.
They were playing dancing songs, man. He was a dancing.
Yeah, dancing your fucking spot, not mine.
Hey, man, the whole show is your dance floor.
No, it is not.
You know what? If they would have played your set list, he would have been sitting down.
Good. It's one of my biggest pet peeves is drunk assholes at concerts.
Well, so. I can't remember exactly what the set list was, but there was like I guess maybe it was acoustic. Someone on the page is going to have to leave a comment, but it was Panic and Jane, Neverland, Reason to Be, maybe Forever All Over Again.
Yeah, Forever All Over Again, yeah.
But those are the ones I can remember off the top of my head. So I don't know if they were, just acoustic or.
Yeah, they did that in Milwaukee for sure.
Okay.
I don't recall mine, but
Wisconsin, whatever it was.
But them playing those songs off of Neverland, Seven, Man in Motion, it does give us hope that maybe they would, go into Don't Start Thinking I'm Alone Tonight, and so that's just like I said. I just think it would work if you're kind of just doing the whole Jack Blade selling thing of, okay, we got, this album, and then we're going to go right into this other album that we had, Man in Motion, and one of our singles from the album, and, Don't Start Thinking I'm Alone Tonight.
All right, so moving on to my number 11, I'm going back to what started it all for everybody. Don't Tell Me You Love Me.
I won't.
And that's where I'm heading with this. I'm starting to come into the winding it down. The show's coming to an end here in a few songs. Brent, what do you got?
Well, for the record, I mumbled before you went into your thing about Wisconsin getting the shit kicked out of me in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Andy didn't bite on the joke.
No.
I'd never been to Wisconsin, so I never got the shit kicked out of me there, people. So just want to clear that up for the record.
Never went to Wisconsin and drank some Lenny's?
Never been to Wisconsin. In any event, I went with Josh in a way, which it's probably going to be different than what he has. I have Man in Motion written down here.
That's what you had last time.
Okay, because it was originally going to be Rumors in the Air at that point, and I changed it to Man in Motion. So or Mad Emotion. I'd love to hear him sing the Mad Emotion instead.
Great song, I love it.
Title.
Love to hear it live again.
Yeah, it's one of those ones I refer to as a deep cut for the fans. gosh, why not? And hopefully there'll be enough people out there that may know it, may not.
Sadly, I don't think there would, but yeah, I would love to hear it.
But
Josh?
I bet there's at least 40, 50 people in the crowd, which that's not the greater.
Yeah, that's not what you're shooting for.
Exactly.
Unfortunately. Josh, what do you got number 11?
For number 11, so now we've kind of, I did the Big Life and Man in Motion track. It's kind of a deep cut. I'm going to, all the last songs are going to be either Night Ranger staples or big hits.
Yeah.
And my track, whatever number we're on, would be the song Night Ranger.
I love it. I love that song, and I love hearing it live. They really rock it out. So, yeah, I got no problem with that at all.
Yeah, I like that too.
All right, so for me, song number 12, I'm coming in with the hits. I'm going with When You Close Your Eyes. It's time. Let's get it going, people. Let's get the crowd back up, and I think When You Close Your Eyes gets them going again.
So is this like what they're closing their regular set list with?
Yeah, so we're heading into the
encore
here at the end.
So this is your finishing song for the regular set list?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if they've ever ended a regular set or any show, even the encore with that, but you definitely could.
Yeah. I like it, and I hadn't played it, and I didn't know where else to put it, so that's where it ended up.
And when they say goodnight after the end of the song, people are going to be like, fuck, man, they didn't even play, all their hits. They're not coming back.
Yeah.
And then
you drank too many beers, they're coming back. They always come back.
This is where me and Brent look at each other and go, they still got to play this song and this song and this song, so we know they're coming back. Everybody sit down.
I went and saw, I like all kinds of music, so I'm a big Kenny Rogers fan. And I saw him, I don't know, many times, but he would do this thing where he's like, okay, this is where I would tell you this is the end of the show, and I just want you guys to pretend, and he would point back to the curtain, I'm going back there, and I'm going to leave, and then this is where you guys would cheer, and just pretend I just did that, and now I'm coming back out. And, the crowd would go crazy and stuff, so it's one of the things that everybody knows and expects it, and
yeah.
So,
yeah,
is that what you're doing with yours, Brent? Or you?
Brent, where are you at? Number 12.
I'm at Rumors in the Air.
All right.
I know it's usually earlier in the set, but like I said, I feel like I've hit my crowd hard with a lot of hits up front.
Yeah.
But you're closing the regular set with the next song, correct?
Yeah, with the next song, exactly.
All right.
Yeah, it was going to be. I had Rumors in the Air. I had 7 Wishes here, and I had Big Life for number 12. Like I said, there was changes going crazy that night when we were doing this.
Originally, you had Kong there.
No, I did not have the Kong.
That'd be a wild, deep pull there. Josh, what are you going with number 12? You're ending your set. Are you ending your set here?
No. Mine is Goodbye.
Yeah. I love that song. Great song.
I think I somehow have more songs than you guys. What track?
I have 3 songs left.
Okay, I got. Okay, never mind. I had a Brent moment and couldn't count.
Yeah. So in my set, I ended the set, and I'm going to come back.
No.
See, I don't have to take my shoes off to get past 10 like you do.
So I'm not. Yeah, I'm with Brent. I'm not ending mine. You have a 3-song encore. I have a 2. So
that's my plan.
Goodbye is my track, whatever number.
Can't argue, man. Great song.
It's got to be in there somewhere.
Play it. Yeah, I have to play it. All right, so you want to recap our 12 up to this point, or let's go right to our encores and we'll recap it at the end?
Well, let's do one more. Do one more because you're going into your encore, but me and Brent are finishing our regular set. So let's just do that.
All right, so for me, my guys have left the stage. They're coming back, and they're going to come back with Sister Christian, because people expect it. They have to play it. So they're going to come back out with Kelly, and they're also going to stand on the stage and do the Sister Christian. Then he'll come back around and kick it in with his dun-dun-dun,
Yep. Can't go wrong.
Actually,
with
I actually just played the goodbye drum part. So
yes,
sorry.
you did. I'm like, that's not that song.
That's not what he's doing though. He's doing Sister Christian.
We're gonna let Eric start it off.
Yeah. All right, Brent. So what do you got for number 13?
I'm sorry, Josh. What were you screaming before he said Sister Christian? What were you
I think
yelling
saying
out?
Night Ranger.
Night Ranger.
Night Ranger. That's my number 13 song.
There you go.
That's what's closing your regular set.
That's what's closing my regular set. It's their name. It's the jam, and it's a great song to close the set out with. Going to go into the encores.
All right. Then Josh, what are you closing yours up with?
You can still rock in the USSA.
Love it.
Night Ranger.
You're
You're mixing it up. I mixed it up early, and I'm going safe late.
I love it.
He's mixing it up late.
I love it.
Recapper.
All right, so up to now, I've got my set list starts with Touch of Madness, Somehow, Some Way, Rumors in the Air, High Road, Eddie's Coming Out Tonight, Sentimental Street, 4 in the Morning, Let 'Em Run, Hearts Away,
Emily's
Don't Let Up, Don't Tell Me You Love Me, When You Close Your Eyes, and Sister Christian.
Vote for Pedro there. Okay. This boy needs a rock. When you close your eyes, sing me away. Don't tell me you love me. Oh, pardon me. Don't let up. You start over again. This boy needs a rock. When you close your eyes, sing me away. I saw "don't" in just my mind. Don't let up. Touch of Madness. 4 in the Morning. Call my name. Sister Christian. Let 'em run. 7 Wishes. Man in Motion. Rumors in the Air. And Night Ranger.
Josh, give it to us.
That's your guys' list. Where's mine? Let's see here. I have 7 Wishes. Why does love have to change? This boy needs to rock. Sentimental Street. High Road. The Ozzy Osbourne, Alice Cooper, High Enough. Set. When You Close Your Eyes. 4 in the Morning. Big Life. Don't Start Thinking I'm Alone Tonight. Night Ranger. Goodbye. And You Can Still Rock in America.
Yes.
Still happy with any show we see out of these three.
All right.
For the record.
For me, my next second to last song is going to be Goodbye. Still has to be played. It's a little bit of slows it down a little bit there, but I didn't know where else to put it in the set, so it ended up being right there. So it's Goodbye.
So you just crammed it in there.
Yeah.
Well, I did. Yeah. I mean, it actually would probably make more sense if you're looking at the set to reverse those Sister Christian and Goodbye. So you could come out doing the acoustic stuff, then you could kick it in and then go into Sister Christian. But I'll stick to what I wrote down.
Well,
I'm just thinking as a drummer now and as a guy who's doing a set list, it wouldn't make sense to have Sister Christian and then stop it all for acoustic.
You know, we've always sat there, Andy, and we've looked at, you always hear Kiss say, well, some songs just got to be in the set list, and what are we going to change? What are we going to change? Well, you could change War Machine, you could change this. Yeah. I don't have Goodbye on my set list.
Yeah.
Sacrifice Goodbye, but I'm bringing on Don't Tell Me You Love Me.
All right.
Number 14.
It's a good one for the end.
It's predictable where it is, but
yeah,
it's kind of what they do.
You have to play it.
Yeah. It's what he do.
Josh?
Mine starts with Sister Christian.
That's what you're...
Yeah, my encore would start with Sister Christian.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, I'm one song away from you, so yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So they come back out and they're going to play.
They do it the way they always do it.
The bread and butter.
Yeah, that's what gets it there. So for me, the show ends as it does most times with "You Can Still Rock in America." It's kind of their rock and roll all night. It just has to be played. It's a great ending. They've got other songs that would be great endings. I think this always plays well at the end. People go crazy. The flags come out, and it's a great song. So that's it for me. You Can Still Rock in America.
And I'm just going to copy Andy. Go with "You Can Still Rock in America."
Yeah.
It's the obvious ending tune. You got to do it. It doesn't feel like you're leaving a Night Ranger concert if you don't end it with that song. For me.
Yeah. I said they've got other songs you could end with. I just always feel good when this one's the last one. Makes me feel a lot.
The first time we saw them, they didn't have that song, but Kiss was coming on to Makeup for the first time in our lives, So they didn't have to end with the Rockin' America.
Yeah.
And the next year when they got to now, so.
Yeah. I love it. I'm with you. Josh, this is it. The show's over.
And you can, obviously, Rockin' America fits there. I put it at the end of the regular set list because, it is ending a part of the show.
Sure.
My last song would be Don't Tell Me You Love Me, with Jack coming out and saying, okay, we're going all the way back to the very beginning,
Don't tell me you what?
And it's just one of those songs. It's everybody knows it. It's fast. It's heavy. It's just a great way to end the show, and that's where it's at.
I can't disagree. I mean, like I said, they've got plenty of songs you can end with. That's another perfect one to end the show with. Got no problem with it.
So that's where we're at. So definitely, again, even doing this the second time, I can see that my list pretty much is
almost as good as mine.
Is correct. Some notable, so Andy, you did not have. Is there anything big that you left out of yours?
I don't think so. I'm looking at it. I mean, I don't have the high enough montage thing.
You didn't have? Did you? You didn't have "Sing Me Away," right?
I didn't. I took "Sing Me Away" out.
You had. You didn't have "Night Ranger" the song.
Right.
You're the only one that had Eddie's coming out tonight.
Yeah. I mean, I love "Sing Me Away," but I also wanted to get some new stuff in there, and I think I threw it out to put in Somehow, Some Way or High Road. I can't remember which one I made the call on.
And you had a song from each of the three. Well, not each, but you had Somehow, Some Way, Don't Let Up, and High Road.
Yeah, I wanted to do Growing Up in California, but I couldn't find anything else to cut out. I mean, I'm sure you could argue cut out Hearts Away, but I was trying to find something deep, and that was the one I really wanted to fight for.
And then Brent, you did not have Goodbye. That was a big one.
Goodbye.
You
or Eddie.
Or Eddie.
Or Eddie.
You did have Rumors, Sister Christian, Touch of Madness,
Sentimental Street, 4 a.m.
No, he didn't have Sentimental Street either.
He didn't have. So yeah, 2 of the top 10 hits.
It's all right. It's it's my set list.
No, it's not. Yeah. This is Night Ranger. Night Ranger's manager is supposed to be making them money. It's called show.
My set list.
It's called show business.
And like I said, otherwise you wouldn't have heard Call My Name or Man in Motion.
And the venue was pissed because everybody left 2/3 of the way through the show when you played Sister Christian, and their beer sales dropped.
Yeah.
But but pretty much
everybody loved it. Everybody had a great time. Everybody voted for me.
But yeah, looking at it, pretty much my set list is great. It covers all the hits. Has some great
even ones they never wrote.
It covers the hits. Hey, the people enjoy it.
Not me.
I tell you what, they're not selling out these places because of hardcores like us. They're selling out the places because, hey, we like some Night Ranger stuff. Let's go listen to them. Uh-oh, is your wife, Andy, you okay?
No, I thought I saw something. I'm seeing shadows.
I just saw fear. I saw fear in his eyes.
That medication's kicking in.
Saw fear in his eyes, like, oh shit, his wife's yelling at him.
No, I saw a shadow moving. I was like, what the hell was that? No one's supposed to be moving around the house at this hour.
So, yeah, only thing I left out would be like "Sing Me Away" and Eddie's coming out tonight. But
yeah, I mean, look, I will sacrifice those 2 songs to get me Don't Start Thinking.
But
any day of the week.
Like I said, I mean, I think I got some really good, some of the deeper songs. Why Does Love Have to Change? Big Life. Don't Start Thinking I'm Alone Tonight. And I got High Road in there. So I got something new. Night Ranger, the song. So you got some, those other staple songs, but, aren't hits.
Yeah.
Boy Needs to Rock. 7 Wishes. My set list rocks. You know what? They're going to listen to this, and I want to go to that drive-in movie theater, and they're going to, Jack's going to come out on stage with the Cincinnati Reds hat like he did in 1987, and he's going to say, we were going to play a certain set list, but then we listened to this podcast. And, hey, you guys ever heard this podcast called Fans in Motion? And everybody's going to be like, yeah! Car horns are going to be honking. And, there's this guy on there. It's the one guy that knows what he's talking about. His name is Josh Weaver. You guys might know him as Josh Stofferson. Yeah. And I'll be sitting in my car like, oh, shit, people are fucking starting to notice who I am. And they're like, you know what? We're going to pay the set list that he picked. Because the other two guys' set lists were shit. And I'll be like, holy shit, Jack cussed on stage. And bam, they break into 7 Wishes and they play every song that I played. They fuck with me for a little bit. They break into Hearts Away halfway through. And then they stop. And did Andrew freeze up?
Yeah, he looks like he has Down syndrome right now. But he just sent a message as you were going, and then I'm like, and I just saw the thing. It says, I lost everything. So I don't know if his powers are gone. And then I looked up and saw the screen frozen like he was like the Hunchback.
I couldn't tell. I mean, he usually like looks that way to me, just. Yeah.
Well, thank God we got through the whole thing before, All
right, well, I'm still recording here. So, hey, anyways, what we're going to do, me and Brent are going to finish up this episode here. Obviously, we're not recording the main part. We're going to do the outro and talk about whatever else we need to talk to. But we will post this, so go vote. And we'll say goodbye in the outro. So don't say goodbye, Brent.
I wouldn't even put it on my set list. So
yeah, well, there you go.
I know where you were going with that, by the way.
Holy shit. My set list was so on. Brent, what in the hell? Sister Christian, like halfway through the set? Boo. Boo, man. They're motor.
It was all about making it fresh.
Yeah, you were all about them motoring out of the damn venue. No. 2/3 of the way through the show, losing your beer sales.
Shows they do are on the free shows anyway, so people are showing up to see a free show and drinking.
They're losing their beer sales, losing their beer sales. Right. So listen, go on the page. Well, if you're watching this on the great shirt, I'll automatically assume that the website's not finished yet. Even
logo
at this.
Too, huh? Stole it, but I did. I designed it.
If you're on the YouTube page, go on there and
hit the six.
Yeah, there we go. She finally got it. But go on the page, or shut up. I don't know who that one is. That is. Hey, we got a watch party going. Did you get the alert?
Me?
Yeah, we got a Facebook watch party going on.
I don't know. I'm looking at the pictures that you sent over. I did not get invited.
Yeah, right there. I'm on it right now. Look at that. Who's these yahoos?
I normally get invited like 4 different times by Emily. So.
Well, it gave a different ding, whatever, on my phone, so I didn't know it was a watch party. But, anyways, if you're on YouTube, click the subscribe button, leave us a comment, tell us, say, hey, Andy, you know what? You really made some great points. Josh, wow, I really didn't consider that. What you said was really intriguing and really exciting, and I really hope in 2021 that the band takes a really hard look at refreshing their set list over what you have said. And even if you run it through like the mega computer and the analytics, I think the set list would be perfect the way you described. Or you can go on and say, hey, Brent, dude, are you even a Night Ranger fan? You can.
I could have eaten a box of alphabets and shit a better set list than what you came up with. Thank you.
Spell alphabets.
What alphabets? ALPHA. What is it? Bits, BITS.
Where's the fucking hyphen? Is there a hyphen in there?
Yeah, it probably is.
Yeah, motherfuckers.
I ate it.
So, leave us a comment. Go to the Facebook page, Fans in Motion. Find us there. Everybody's posting cool stuff. I'm sure it's not going to stop. Bear with us. By the time you're seeing this or listening to it, hopefully our schedules are getting back to normal. Andy has hopefully got everything kind of situated in Nashville, has got the gig going. Is he still doing the drag Garth Brooks thing?
I think he is.
I mean,
he is.
To me, I'm a big classic country guy. I think he could make a killing.
He have friends in low places. I know that.
Doing like some the drag Don Williams. I'm a big Don Williams fan. I'm not big on drag, but I think it's a genre. There's that's not been touched. I don't think that there's probably a lot of drag people that like Don Williams. I don't think
they're canceled. Talking about putting down people drag. If you do in the drag, they're going to cancel you.
Why?
Cancel culture, because you're ragging on people that do drag.
I'm not. I'm telling you what the drag market is.
Just telling you. Gotta be careful.
All right. Is drag not the proper term? Am I using that's not the proper?
It doesn't matter. It changes from one day to the next anymore. Who knows?
So I mean, hey, listen.
I just found that Eskimo was a bad term.
Well, when it depends on how you actually use it. If hey, I gotta, I can sell fridge to an Eskimo, stuff like that. But no, hey, listen, I don't care if you dress up however the hell you want. I'm all for it. It's America. Do whatever the hell you want. But I'm just saying, I think he has a better job or a better spot doing drag as Don Williams than Garth Brooks. I mean, first of all, I just love the catalog for Don Williams is better.
I'm hungry.
All right. I mean, if you guys like classic country, go grab Don Williams' Greatest Hits Volume 1, Number 2, crack open a great, nice cold beer, and just sit back and relax and listen to some Don Williams. And then think of Andy and drag singing it to you. I personally am not into, I wouldn't be into that, but I think, probably some people like Brent would be. And which is cool.
There's a psych episode called Sean and Gus in Drag Racing.
Well, straight to the point. So, anyways, Andy is getting done with the Nashville trip, or the Nashville move, and then, like I said, him doing his whatever he fucking said he was doing, Garth Brooks drag, which I don't know. I think it's just dumb, but whatever he says he wants to do. And then you are getting done with the daughter and college starting and the kiss room.
By the time everybody watches this, that kiss room will be totally gone.
And then, like I said, I obviously have, my trip I was going on, but, I always got a 3-year-old, and my grandpa still, we're still, maneuvering him around and getting him the best, stuff that we can. So, but hopefully we get a good schedule going, and all three of us get back, and we actually get some more fun topics like this one, and continue on with the episodes. I don't know what we got coming up. I'm sure there's going to be a big life coming in somewhere. We got hopefully some interviews coming up. We'll eventually do a vinyl episode of Midnight Madness. We'll probably throw in, maybe some what ifs, so, and we've talked
some people from the page, perhaps.
Yeah, we've talked about that, and maybe some questions from the page. So, yeah.
Josh, don't tell me your set list, but everybody out there, tell us your set list.
Well, tell us what you agreed or didn't disagree. If there's anything that really stuck out, tell us who you agreed with the most, maybe, and then give us your own. Again, it's got to be realistic. You can't. It's not our fantasy set list, because all three of ours would be totally different.
Deep.
So
it would be deep though,
and tight. And so just give us your set list, and let's just compare them and have a little fun. And that's what this page is for. I think we're done. You hungry? You want the 8th White Castle?
Oh, I do love some White Castle right now.
All right. Hey, what's that 8th movie on the left?
Well, the top row is Monk, Psych, The Young Ones, Seinfeld. Then we got The Simpsons, Big Bang Theory, Rodney. Remember Rodney? Rodney, what's his face?
Rodney Holman?
No.
Tight end for the Cincinnati Bengals, I remember. Rodney Holman.
Rodney Carrington.
Show Rodney.
Yeah. Well, I don't remember the show. I've heard of him.
Good show.
My TV lineup still is like Who's the Boss and on Tuesday nights, Growing Pains.
Norm Macdonald got all the Norm shows.
Hey, Norm is the man. That's like probably a $200 DVD set now.
Yeah. See, and I keep the shrink wrap on them.
I don't do that, but I do have my Norm show. I got the same thing right above me here.
You got that as well?
Yeah. I mean, hey, man. Yeah.
I'm telling you, whore.
Yeah. Frank Stallone.
Whore.
So.
See, Norm, you don't know. Norm likes to use the word whore. So they actually had to make a character on the show who was a wayward girl, so he could say whore on TV. True story. Anyway, so yeah, I got a bunch of that stuff. Everybody loves Raymond, you know.
So is all that stuff on Netflix now?
No.
Do you still buy all that stuff, like collect, or is that stuff that have you gotten away from DVDs?
I buy Blu-ray now, but depends if I'm on Vudu, like the show The Closer. You ever watch the show The Closer?
Is that
good show?
That's about John Rocker, right? The pitcher from Atlanta Braves, 1996.
You Chucker.
About John Franco, 1987 Cincinnati Reds. Good show.
Closer has Kira Sedgwick in it, and she closes cases. And Vudu, for all 8 seasons, a couple months ago, it was $34. Well, you can't buy the HD versions anywhere other than digital download. Otherwise, the DVDs would have cost over $100 and something. So I did go that avenue digitally.
There you go. I'm not a big DVD buyer. I am at a thrift store for $1, but
what I'll do is now, like anything that's like this is a 3D TV behind me. You get glasses. I got a ton of 3D movies on my left over here, but for the movies I don't really give a crap about. On Facebook, there's digital code sites where you can buy digital, like The Joker. That movie sucked. I'm sorry, but it sucked. I thought it was horrible. But thank God I only spent $6 on the digital code on somebody. You know, you just send them the money, friends and family. They send you the code, and boom, hooks into your Vudu.
So what they do is they buy the DVD. They don't use the code, and
what it is, it's a lot of people that run red boxes, I think, and they'll have 40 copies, and they'll just sell those codes anywhere between $5 and $10 a piece. You know, the newer it is, the higher. But if you wait a couple weeks, it'll come down to about $6. And then there's people that have these Vudu will link, or like Google Play, Movies Anywhere, Vudu, and Apple. They will. You can set them up to where they will pretty much all integrate together. And Fandango will. But if you buy a movie off Vudu, it's not necessarily going to transfer over to iTunes. Whereas if you buy something off of iTunes, it might not necessarily transfer over to Vudu. You know, but most of them usually will port from one to the other. So, just so you know.
Well, I would say just keep an eye out for the Secret of My Success code and pay, $7 or $8.
You don't have to do that. There are websites where you can get on Vudu, and if you could take what they'll do is they'll show the barcode. And you just take a picture of the computer screen with your phone on Vudu, and it'll cost you $2 for a DVD 720p copy, and usually $3 for an HD 1080p copy. So you can actually just take a picture of the UPC code. Yeah.
And that is some Night Ranger news that I actually forgot to mention, that The Secret of My Success is being released on Blu-ray for the first time in the next month or so. Right now it's $25. You can get it on regular DVD, $6 or something like that. But the Blu-ray is going to come out in the next couple months. Helen Slater is doing like a commentary, and I didn't see anything about Night Ranger. Night Ranger's not going on there and doing anything. But anyways, there you go. A little bit of Night Ranger news. Secret of My Success Blu-ray.
And I gave you a secret of my success on how I get some movies damn cheap.
Yeah, go to the thrift store, $1.
Oh, or the digital codes on Facebook.
Store. All right, now you know what to do with your digital codes if you're buying your Blu-rays and you're not using them and you're just keeping that little piece. Yeah, well, put them on the for sale site. All right, there we go.
Give them free entertainment. I get free digital codes. That's the way it works.
Yeah, entertainment's a word I would use loosely here. This is probably some type of community program that they got to sit through, and don't be like these guys. All right, we will see you next weekend. Remember, everyone, you can still rock in America.
La 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 la.